in anything, letters, all over the place. So I think text is so valuable. It's something that it's not tangible, but it's something that has so much force and power and energy. So text for me is something that I can communicate ideas with just one word, two words. I don't want to do sentences because I think I'm providing too much information. So what I do is just one text, and that text, that word, sometimes it could be a little bit Spanglish, but that means a lot within my community. So when I add the text in there, absolutely, I see my home, I see my heritage. And when it comes to linguistics, basically, some words they only use, I'm from a ranch, so basically the a ranch it represents it has so much value within specific demographics in Mexico. Here in the border, I learned other words that somehow has strong meaning, strong presence within the community. So for me, words it represents who I am, but also a little bit my culture and how I can transmit that just with a simple word. But that word can means a lot of things, and that's the beauty of art, And the beautiful thing about this is text. But at the end of the day, it's a design. It's something that we can read, and everyone can actually, get something out of it. So for me, putting my heart in the form of a text or a word, it means a lot. It means my message is actually is coming across. It's something that a visual artist I'm looking for to accomplish that. And of course, once again, my heritage is giving me so much, and those words to me it represents. It has value. It's gold. It's a gold mine to me. It's something puro oro. Just means something that I can use, reuse, and basically transmit it in a way the way I feel about me and my culture through text. And of course, it means everything. I really love that question. It's actually, yeah, it's my home.
That's a great answer. Yes.
Hmm. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I have another question. For number
Hmm.
3, why do you choose to work in printing such as nanocut and do you work in other medium?
I love lino cuts. Lino cuts to me, it is something that when I was a kid, my dad used to take me to museums. We were not museum goers. We didn't. I mean, it's not like we didn't like it. It's just we were grew up in a really poor environment, and then we live in Aguascalientes, which is now a metropolitan city in Mexico. So my dad used to take us to different events whenever he had time. So I remember going into this museum and I saw a black and white Posada. I didn't know it was him. Who was that person? To me, it was just another artwork. But to me, black and white is actually done with, of course, with lino cuts and other mediums. But for me, lino cuts is something beautiful. It's something that presents. It takes me back in time. It takes me back a little bit when I visited that museum and I saw Posada's print in that museum. And Posada, what he did as an artist, basically started to represent the community in Mexico. Also, fight a little bit the government, a little bit the aristocracy. And for me, actually grabbing or those elements of just linoleum, for me, is bringing back a little bit my childhood. But also, the way that linoleum is used as a form of printmaking to disseminate different images, make multiples images. For me, it's something that it has an activist form as well. Like Posada when he used to attack the government through these propaganda prints. And for me, it's something that it has that value. That line of cuts is the only medium that can actually achieve that. Of course, I do other techniques such as screen printing, lithography. For me, linoleum is something that I feel at home. It's something that I can actually, speak from my heart too as well. But also, it's something easy that I can carry around. And I have one right here, literally, and I'm working one when I'm taking breaks. And for me, something I can carry around. So it is something that also, when it comes a little bit, the versatility of that to take it to a different place. It looks really thin. I can put it in my backpack. I can store it. It's really easy storage. It lasts for a really long time. So for me, relief, it has that beauty. When you see the black and whites, all the medias they have a specific way to create an image. But linoleum is something that fascinates me, something that attracts me. It's something I feel that connection with the media. and there's nothing out there that can really, take over linoleum. And I feel so skillful with other techniques, but I feel linoleum is the media that I want to. So when I see other mediums, I try to stay away because I cannot have the same results, like what I do with love. And sorry for the long answers. You can tell me to do a short answer. I can stay with short
No,
answers. It's completely
your
fine.
answers are fabulous. I am
Okay,
happy
thank
with
you.
your answers. So I learn
Yeah,
more about you. So you're doing perfect.
thank you.
Never fear. Who inspires you the most?
The most so when it comes in and to inspire me, if you're talking about artists, of course, every single artist is gonna give you something, and it will be really unfair for me to pick one artist. And I believe in equality. I believe in fairness. For me, all of us, including you right now, the way we, and we started this conversation, I didn't know, that disability. And I don't want to address that. But for me, I feel like the energy that you put into your education, even the other person right next to you, and I believe it's your mother or
Yes,
friend or
understand.
yeah, and I feel like that shows compassion. That shows everything. For me, that when it talks about inspiration as an artist, I feel like I want to give credit to all of them. But I had to pick a few. I feel like when it comes to historical artists, of course, Posada, um, what else? Artemio Rodriguez, the Taller Gráfica Popular. So, and of course, Diego Rivera and I mean, Frida Kahlo, but they're like really, a lot of, being used a lot. But for me, I got inspired by the Chicano artists as well, such as Luis Jimenez, Cesar Martinez, Alex Rubio, Vicente Valdez, all Patsy Valdez, all these artists that really make an impact in a specific area. For me, now you talking about inspiration, you're talking about, who else? My dad, my papa. So basically, he's the one who gave me everything when it comes to the structure or the concepts of my artwork. So for me, it's really hard to say. It was really unfair to say I just one or two artists. But you have to, if I had to only pick one artist, it would be my dad. Even though he's not an artist, but I think he gave me so much. He gave me the education. He gave me the heritage, the energy, the work ethics to keep surviving. Even though he's not an artist, I will always pick my dad and my mom. I feel like I'm neglecting my mom, but my mom did so much for me. And this one is, I think, I'm gonna include two artists, my mom and dad, and I think they're artists for, for survival. Because coming here to the United States is something that it was hard for them, not speaking the language, the English language, and all the things. Basically, they show me the art to survive. The art to actually put effort and energy into my education. But then that to me, it's I mean, and I have so many people that I want to be thank, even my students, my professors, even my significant other. I feel like all of those they give me something. But I think if I had to pick one, I would pick my parents.
Yeah, great answer.
Thank you, no, thank you.
That's supporting with your mom and dad. Um, what's your
Hmm.
future art goals?
What are my future goals? Our goals.
Professor?
This is
Yes, alcohol, yes. Or just clarifying.
I'll clarify. Yeah. So you're asking me the question number five. What are my future goals?
Oh, yes. Well, yes.
Okay.
Yes, for number 5.
Yes, okay. Number five. So my future art goals. I'm being professional and working for the UTSA. I work on the research. And research for me is basically I need to be active in the art world, and I'm really overachiever. You want to call it that way. I always work in something, and you're always gonna see me working in something. So for me, my next goals is basically um, I want to get into museums. One of the dreams that I have is to have this solo show in my hometown in Laredo, where I can fill up the entire gallery with artworks. And I feel every time I make one artwork, it's one artwork that actually can fill a space in the gallery. And I want to have a retrospective. That's what it means, a little bit have done throughout my life. Because Laredo, I mean, Mexico gave me so much. But when I migrated here to the United States, and the first town that I visited here in the United States was Laredo. And for me, I consider Laredo to be my second home. It's the one that gave me the structure, the energy, the mix. I mean, the hybrid culture, what I call the melting pot for me when it comes, a little bit to politics. So for me, I feel like I want to give back to them, and the community gave me so much, and then I feel like I want to give it back. And having that show to represent a little bit who I am because of them, because of my community, I feel like that's the best way to tell them thank you. So it will be a retrospective show. So that's one of my main goals, and I'm working every day to produce artwork. So hopefully I can have enough to fill up the entire gallery. So that's one of my main goals, and of course museums and all this stuff, But I think that sounds a little bit generic. But I think one of the things is basically my heart, my appreciation, my passion is basically with my community, and that's one of my main goals. And I try to work hard. Why? Because I wanted them to get inspired. I mean, because I was a kid too, and I used to go to that gallery, to that in Laredo, and I hopefully I can that my community can get inspired, new generations can get inspired, and hopefully embrace art or embrace something about art that helps them to become better human beings. And for me, something that I want to accomplish, because when I was a student, that's what I experienced. Hopefully, that formula works the same way now as an adult or professional.
Yes, he's right about the next question. Do you have an
Yeah.
exhibition coming up?
An exhibition coming up. Yes. So I have so many. So
Yeah.
I'm laughing because I'm under a lot of stress. So I have one. Well, I have one in Mexico in Laredo. It's an international show. I need to try my work over there. So I have one in Laredo. I have another one in Austin. Another one here in San Antonio. I want one in Texarkana. And then every time I'm working with galleries. Right now, I'm actually trying to fix or putting things in the calendar for the next year. And I have all the shows. I mean, the main shows. There's something that's gonna make impact, in my research in my artist career. And then I have smaller shows, for example, smaller galleries. There's kind of quick shows, pop-out shows. Those ones are really quick. But the main ones is actually the ones that I had to travel, need to make an impact. And I'm going to El Paso Museum of Art. I need to go the 22nd to the 24th because I have a show over there. I need to go and actually do a table, a panel. So I'm gonna go and actually discuss my artwork with the audiences. So basically, I'm pretty active when it comes to show, and for me, it's something that I really enjoy. But then, yes, I do have some shows coming up, and the main one is gonna be in Nuevo Laredo. It's an international show. Yes.
You're very busy.
Yes, yes, I love to be busy.
Where's he coming here? He's telling to you. One.
Yeah, the other one is actually at the Greller Gallery, which is over the Zavala. And that one, they invited me to have a show there. So what I'm gonna do, Greller, Greller. So Greller, I mean, it's a beautiful place. It's a veterinarian place. But then that one, we're gonna work with because some of the sales is gonna go towards the Arturo's endowment, Arturo Almeida's endowment. Arturo's Almeida endowment. We're trying to collect money to conserve the UTSA art collection. And I think that one we're doing it because, of course, for me it's another show. But then I'm trying to, every sales that we do, a percentage is gonna go into try to donate money to keep conserving the UTSA art collection, which is vast. It's vast. It's a beautiful collection.
That's great because in my
Mm-hmm.
class we are working on artists for the art collection for my class.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
what we're
nice.
doing for the present. That's great. Um, Number 7. Why do you choose to stay in San Antonio even if you are not a border city?
Why are you asking me that question? It's really unfair. It's a beautiful question. Um, there's a lot of things, when it comes to your life, that you and none of us have control. And I feel like San Antonio is this town where you have a place where I can call home. It's not so much close to the border towns. So when it comes to opportunities, I can tell you that I have more opportunities here in San Antonio. And Laredo, that's where I'm from. I feel like my second home besides Mexico. I can drive there in 2 hours and a half. So I mean, I'll go at least once a month. I'll go still support the art galleries. I still, be involved with the, the organizations. So for me, San Antonio is the place that give me a job. And I need to travel. I need to do that. If they offer me another job, in a border town, um, I will think about it. But then the deal is for me, I have a huge community, Latino community, especially my students and the other organizations that I can still be engaged with. So for me, going over the town, choosing the word town, border town here, it has to do with politics, but also jobs, and politics has to do a little bit with, of course, there are politics and all the things that probably, I mean, I'm not gonna be able to find or get a job there, and I need to get a place or move to a place where they can offer me that. San Antonio's, to tell the truth, is one of the best cities to be a Latino here, it's like this like a point, but Houston, Dallas, Houston, it's not that far from here. Of course, Paso's very far. But Laredo, my hometown, is not that far. Brownsville is not. It's like about 7 hours. So San Antonio has a beautiful, art community. The art community here is fantastic. The education still is another level. And of course, the way we get ready, prepare, be professional, all the art faculty, we try to be, active. And then something that San Antonio is providing to me. Why I'm gonna change it? And I was really close to going to Duluth. Duluth, is this hometown, a border town between the United States and Canada. But then I feel, I'm glad that I stay here because I love this job, and Duluth will really kill me because I feel like being Latino over there, probably no one will support me. Here, I have that benefit, a lot of institutions, for example, UTSA supported me in my research. And the art galleries is supporting me, and I feel like I fit in here, and Laredo's not that far. So basically, it's moving, your pieces around and trying to get a place where you feel, of course, welcome, feel satisfied, feel comfortable. I feel like these places offer me all these things. Why am I gonna change it when I feel so happy here? And still,
Yes.
I'm being
This is
Latino.
like home.
Nobody's gonna take that away from me.
This is your second home away from home, right?
Yeah.
Yes. The last question.
Yeah.
What legacy you want to leave for the San Antonians?
Oh my God. So that, my art, I was telling you that I speak from the bottom of my heart. I have a style that some historians they have said is unique. And I don't know about that. I'm just an artist creating art is something that I enjoy. But something that I want to leave here to San Antonio is basically I want to represent printmaking. Printmaking is an area that I feel a little bit neglected, an area that still is an art form, but then still being, still, is being taught in institutions. But I want to be a printmaker, especially Latino, that represents San Antonians, that represents their community, and for other eyes outside of San Antonio. And I feel like San Antonio, even though I'm not from San Antonio, still they open their arms to me. I want to give back to that because I'm one of those artists that I like to give back to the community. So for me to go represent San Antonio, and I like to represent San Antonio and Laredo. For me, that my two of my hometowns, a place where they actually I feel like home. Uh, um, I want to represent a Latino being printmaker and somebody that started, here as an immigrant and move up and work so hard for, his education. And after that, making an impact, in the art world is something else, especially printmaking, because printmaking still is a neglected art technique. And I feel like me representing San Antonio, some putting printmaking and San Antonio in the map is something that I feel proud of. So for me, is to make that impact outside of San Antonio. Yeah, put San Antonio on top. Whatever I can put it. I like to wave the San Antonio flag, and I love San Antonio. It has given me too much. I feel like it's another home for me.
Great. Thank you for your answers. It's very helpful. And I hope I can remember the answers. If I have questions, can I email if I have any questions? Is that okay?
Yeah, so if you have questions, you're more than welcome to contact me. We can do another Zoom meeting, and then You can meet with me at the university. Do you go to the university
Do you work at the university?
or you go?
I'm with Dr. Sarah.
No, she's
Dr. Sarah.
she's working. Yeah, Dr. Cherry. She's finishing her master, but you worked at university for 4 years.
Yes, at the library. I'm special collecting for 4 years. And now I will graduate.
Oh, you graduated in May. You're not an historian.
Yes, with a master.
Okay.
So
I'm
this
there
is the last class.
at the main building. You know, if you want to, we can meet again. I don't mind meeting you through Zoom. I will be happy to meet with you through Zoom
Yeah.
if you need me.
Yes,
Yes, you can go there to university and meet
yes,
with
I
him.
can.
Yeah,
I can type up questions.
yeah.
After we finish with the class, I can send you the presentation. We have a public presentation.
A public presentation. Yes.
Oh,
For the
wonderful. Yeah. So, you know, let me know if you need something. You know, we can meet face to face if you want to. We can do another Zoom
Okay.
meeting. I don't mind at all.
That's really nice of you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. No problem, Carla.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah. So send me an email or